Good day everyone. I am Injagla Nicolas from BSc 2B Mathematics and I am here to report and discuss what is project-based learning. First, let's define project-based learning. According to Back Institute for Education or BIE, project-based learning is a teaching method in which students gain knowledge and skills by working for an extended period to investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or challenge. It is also an instructional approach where students learn by investigating a complex question, problem, or challenge. It promotes active learning, engages students, and allows for higher order thinking. Project-based learning is student-centered pedagogy. It believes that learners learn while doing and they gain deeper knowledge and 21st century skills through active exploration of real-world challenges and problems. Its students here construct their own knowledge rather than reproduce facts, and teachers act here as sage on the stage but guide on the side. It believes that teachers and teaching are not the only sources of information. The difference between traditional teaching and project-based learning. In traditional teaching, we begin by transmitting the information, usually in an expositive class, and then presenting the problem to be solved, assuming that the contents previously transmitted will allow the students to understand and solve the problem. In project-based learning, the order changes. It begins by presenting the problem, and the students who must then seek and obtain the information necessary to understand and solve the problem. The teacher changes his role, no longer transmits the information, but does help the students to get it and understand it. The student is the protagonist and the teacher is his guide. If the student does not perform the process, there will be no learning. Most of the time, some think that projects in project-based learning and doing projects are all the same, but it is not. Experts use the terms dessert for doing a project and main course for projects in project-based learning. From the terms itself, dessert or doing a project usually done at the end of the unit after the lectures and such happens, while the main course or projects in project-based learning talks about the process and the products, and it is the unit itself. For a better understanding of these two, here is the Venn diagram and an example that shows its difference. Project are supplemental activity, teacher-directed, prescribed process and outcome, subject-focused, standard final product, and present to class, while project-based learning is the curriculum, student-centered, student choice in process and outcome, multidisciplinary, innovative final product, authentic presentation, community collaboration, relevance to real life, student self-assess, outcome impacts community, and reflection. For example, in project, gathers information on sea turtle conservation from internet, books, and magazines, types up and pastes information and photos in a poster board, present in the class and instructor, while in project-based learning, gathers information on sea turtles by observing, researching a variety of primary sources, participating in hands-on learning activities in the community, and collaborating with community experts. Create a brochure with tips for tourists on protecting sea turtles, distributes the brochures to hotels and vacations rentals near sea turtle nesting habitat. Furthermore, based on the meanings stated above, here are some of the characteristics of project-based learning. First, it is interdisciplinary. In project-based learning, projects require students to use content knowledge and skills from multiple academic domains to engage in inquiry, solution building, and product construction. Second, it is rigorous. Challenges set out in project-based learning often require the application of knowledge and skills, not just the recall or recognition. Third, is student-centered. In project-based learning, the role of the teacher shifts from content deliverer to facilitator, coach, or project manager. Students work more independently, with the teacher providing support only when needed. On the other hand, here are the elements of project-based learning. First, significant content. Since project-based learning talks about real-world challenges, it should assure that it is useful in the student's near future. Second, driving question. Questions in project-based learning shouldn't be Googleable. It should take time to answer and it should be answered through the process. Third, a student voice and choice. Since it is student-centered, students choose the direction of their learning. Fourth, 21st century skills. Since it holds a big part of a student's future, students should gain here skills that they can use in their near future. Fifth, in-depth inquiry. Just like in the driving questions, the information shouldn't be Googleable and it takes time to answer. It should undertake investigations and observations. Sixth, reflection and revision. There has to be an opportunity for students to review their work and the work of others. This is an ongoing process for students to self-monitor. Lastly, publicly presented. It is the big difference of project-based learning in the traditional teaching. Moreover, here are the benefits of project-based learning. Presents opportunities for deeper learning in context and for the development of important skills relating to college and career readiness. Boosts student engagement and achievement and helps students develop the 21st century skills they need to succeed in their future career. These include critical thinking, communication, collaboration, and creativity, among others. Makes room for student choice, allowing students to feel like architects of their own learning journey. Improves student attitudes toward education. Provides plenty of opportunities for feedback and revision of the plan and the project. Encourages students to make meaningful connections across content areas rather than thinking about each subject area in isolation. Engages students in real-world learning, giving them a deeper understanding of concepts through relevant and authentic experiences. This prepares students to accept and meet challenges in the real world, mirroring what professionals do every day. Engages students deeply with the target content, helping to increase long-term retention. Here is an example of project-based learning in math according to True Education. House for a spider. In this example, students are able to learn about measurements and spaces by building a dollhouse for a spider they have captured. They need to know the sizes of doorways, walls, roof, rooms, and so on for their house, and those dimensions must be obtained from the spider or type of spider, so they can be applied to the house design. The students will first figure out what type of spider it is, then research typical dimensions and house designs and draw up a set of plans. Finally, the students build the house out of scrap materials. They will then present the house, showing the plans and the spider and the process they went through to complete it. In summary, project-based learning is a great method of teaching. It is a great help to teachers to assure that the learner learns, and a great way for a student to know and understand the real-world application of the things or the academic subjects he or she are dealing with. This is because it is student-centered and it believes that learners learn from doing. That's all. Hope you learn. Thank you for watching.